You're watching Coda Project. This is Howlin Pelle from the Hives.
To my musician friends out there, wouldn't it be great if you could get a little bit of first-hand knowledge, a few tips and tricks maybe, from a world-renowned rock band on how they got to where they are? Well, here at Jim Chambers' Music Box in Tampa, the Hives have dropped in to share a little bit of knowledge with the students and staff here about what it takes to be the rock band that they are.
Everybody.
So let's get started with a couple questions. Many of the questions do come from the students. Do either of you warm up prior to a show?
Because sometimes you start sounding good like right as the set ends if you don't warm up. Right. Like then you warm up. But
and the voice will change over the course of a tour. Like, you know, if you've done 3 shows, then you don't warm up or whatever, and then you go on stage. You can get some surprises.
I was going to follow up with, what do you think of 5-string basses?
what?
Yeah.
It's like it's fun with a lot of drums in the beginning too. Right. And then you start to think it's cooler with less and stuff. Like I think our thing is just it kind of gets less and less all the time.
Right.
And I was thinking about Chris talking about his favorite drummers, and I remember that pretty much all of his songs have no fill. All the songs that he likes have no fills in them. It's like just great.
Do you currently play on a dream rig? Like, is that your dream rig live?
I kind of have the same old 50s Epiphone for the last 20 years. Playing every show with it. So it's kind of a part of me.
You guys, you're currently not signed to a label, is this correct?
Yeah.
You're not on a label?
No.
And you
We
prefer-
kind of have our own label. The idea of owning your recordings yourself is really attractive. It's really attractive if you're at a low level or at a really high level. In the middle, it can be very good to have a lot of help from labels and stuff. Because sometimes, theoretically, a label, if they own the recordings, they will do more to promote it.
Do you feel that you're able to capture all the revenue from all the music and all the streams and all the channels?
You can see a good income, but you never know if you're getting what you owe. I mean, that's very hard. I think I recently read a study that said that 20 to 50% of royalties will not end up with the rightful owner.
What is one thing that you guys did in the beginning that you feel like really worked for you before you were famous?
Play every show we could, and if we couldn't find a show, we'd set up our own show and just play a lot in front of people. Just stand in front of people, play music.
It's that persistence you were talking about.
Yeah, and like also it does 2 things. It builds your audience one person at a time, and also you get slightly better from doing it.
What from when you were first starting out, what was the worst experience you had performing? Can you remember?
From the beginning, well, yeah. Our guitar player had to lie down on stage because he got beaten up, and I jumped over the drum kit and tore the cord out for the lights, so the stage was pitch black, and this was all the same show. Like, a lot of bad things happen, but you can't let it deter you. You just kind of soldier on, I guess.
So a kid is standing in front of you who has a crazy amount of talent, but he's just had a bad run of shows. He's standing in front of you. What would you say to him to keep going?
Well, I think you have to. Half the thing is at least half the thing is not the talent, it's the persistency. Like, there's a lot of history is littered with talented people who are too lazy to do anything. So I think that you got to find that other thing as well. Talent alone is not gonna. There's a lot of people. Also, I think if you don't have the persistency, you don't know that you tried your hardest. I think it can foster some, like, I know a lot of talented, bitter people.
Sure.
Because they thought the world owed them a living because they were talented. But you also, I was never talented. I couldn't sing, so but I did it, and that won for me.
So last question, are there any bands, younger bands right now that you're excited about, that you think are really going to do big things?
I don't know. I mean, I've learned a long time ago that stuff I like doesn't always make it big. It's not the same thing, but I like a lot of new bands. I like a band called the Viagra Boys, and I like the Mystery Lights, who we're touring with on this tour, and I mean, there's always good bands everywhere, but it's are they going to make it big? I don't know. We'll see.